All right, let's quickly start the show this morning with some interesting issues coming from marathon as the wait is almost over for the biggest road race in the history of southeastern Nigeria, as all eyes will be on Enugu this weekend for the Enugu City International Marathon, as Nigeria continues to increase its sporting profile as a hub for world-class international road races. The Enugu City International Marathon coming up on May 3rd, 2025 is about to break new ground with high level of preparation and organization put together by the state government. Elite athletes from top marathon countries like Kenya, Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrea have already had their flights booked to land in Enugu, Nigeria for the much anticipated race. Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah said his administration is committed and deliberate in its determination to make the state a major sports hub for the country, and this weekend race will be a major proof of that commitment as well. Michael, another marathon race, of course, in the country. What do you make of this particular one? Enugu City Marathon, of course, has been there, for a very long time. What are we to expect this time from this race?
First off, I think we have to expect, display of cultural heritage first. We have to expect a top, marathoners from different, country right here in Africa to converge right there in the cold city state, which is Enugu State, to showcase their talent and brilliance. We have to expect a mouth-watering event where prize money will be won, where record will be created, where new talent will be discovered, where they can also use that as a means to showcase their, of course, potential rich history. These are some of the things to expect, and I've been carefully following the proceedings of event preparation leading to this very one. And I think the Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah has been very, very serious and very keen about making it one of the best marathon race in the country, and beyond. Then again, you talk about the sport commissioner of the state there, talking about Ike Ukure Madu Jr. is one man who truly understands what it means as well to also be able to galvanize this kind of sporting activity and put it together. So they'll be working around the clock, and I can tell you for sure that we are to expect a whole lot of groundbreaking marathoners arriving in the country. Just like you wrote out earlier, some of them have already started arriving. Some have booked their tickets already. Those that have indicated interest to be part and parcel of this one are also making their final preparation to hit the coast city state. So all these are most of the things that we are to expect. But beyond this, what should be our own gain? When I mean our own gain generally as a country, not just Enugu State, because of course Enugu State, they are the major financier, but then expanding the scope and the idea of this marathon, it goes beyond Enugu State as a state alone. It cut across the nation, because if talent are emerged in this very marathon race, then we are going to use such talent for future peoples, more like representing the country this time around, not just Enugu State. So it's a divergent of, sporting activity that is going to, unearth some new names, and then that can be able to also, be groomed and properly conditioned for, national activity. So it's not just Enugu State alone, because when we just narrow it to Enugu State, it looks as though it's just one state that is also organizing this very one. It is the entire country at large. And at this point, I'm expecting some scouting team from the Nigerian Athletic Federation to be on ground to effectively look out for some of those potential talents that we could possibly pick. Even if such talent did not finish within the podium, but we are seeing the talent in such person, we can also pick that person and be able to groom the person. So for me, these are things that we have to expect, and I'm expecting, like I said, the Nigerian Athletic Federation to do their own job by making sure that there's a proper they properly liaise with Enugu State Sport Council so as to ensure that this one goes successful.
All right, let's see how this one will go down. A lot to expect from the Enugu City Marathon, and we hope that Enugu won't just end up hosting this one, but talent, of course, will be discovered, at the end of the day. Michael, the normal trend, talking about the marathon down here in Nigeria, is it what we're also going to expect, looking at for the fact that the foreign marathoners are always the one that comes to dominate down here in Nigeria? Is that going to be the case in the Enugu City Marathon?
Well, maybe yes, maybe no. But the truth is, if we must be realistic about this, we have to also, go back in retrospect and begin to check through the archive how well have we been able to fare in terms of long distance race, talking about marathon race. When we cross path against some other African countries that have made it a niche for themselves. The history is there, the record are there. We don't always fare well when it has to do with a marathon race. We always allow the foreigners to come here, cut away the price. And for me, I think it's not going to be different. You saw the Lagos State Marathon race that took place a few months ago, how the foreigners, Ethiopians, Kenyans, came and dominated. And at some point, some sport concerned individual became very uncomfortable. They had to voice their displeasure that we can't be hosting such a massive competition with a whole lot of money pumped in therein. Then you allow the foreigners to come cut away the price and we just bid them farewell after taking the money, taking the prize and the medal as well. So I think if you check through the history, doesn't really give me that hope going forward that in this Enugu Marathon that we are going to make any difference. That is why that is what I said earlier, that the major aim is not even about winning the medal, right? It's not even about winning the first prize place, all right? But if we get to win the first prize place, it is an addition for us. But then the major aim is to see how we can be able to spot out some talents therein. So I think that we don't stand a chance to be very fair. We don't really stand a chance against some of these foreigners, the Ethiopians, Kenyans, Malawians, that are coming down here. And the reason is very simple. There is no way that you stay in a region of higher altitude and practice, and you have the equipment to practice with, you are properly funded, you are properly taken care of, and you stay there to practice for like 2, 3, 4 months, preparing for a competition, and you come down to a region of lower altitude, and those people there, they have not practiced for the last 3 months, they have not been practicing, and you expect those people at the lower altitude to, win someone that have been staying at the higher altitude practicing for months. So it's going to be very difficult. So these are some of the disadvantages that, for me, looking at it from that prism, I tell you nothing but the truth. We might find it very difficult to finish within the podium. Just write it down.